But wait. Okay, this is one of the things. Let's talk just really quick about the Los Angeles Lakers, not
All right, go ahead.
basketball, kinda. So, what do you think about this Jerry West thing that they canceled? I believe his tickets or something like that, and they text his wife to inform
Oh
him
yeah,
that
you told me
his
about that. That
his
sounds
tickets
dumb as hell.
was, yeah, that
And we were talking about that. I said Jerry West should be able to walk into any NBA game that he wants to.
I
Oh,
agree.
my bad. Any
Yeah, no, I
NBA game he wants to, and nobody should say anything.
let
He's the
let uh,
logo.
that's what
If I'm the
I'm. Okay,
logo or something, you can't cancel my tickets to
like
nothing.
you're like a picture of me or the logo of me is on your building. It's in the stitching of your
The
uniform.
uniforms, yeah.
Like it's everywhere, and you not even man or woman enough to act to tell me. Like send it in an email form, you know what I mean? But you send it a text message to my wife. That is really unsatisfactory.
It's crazy.
That that's like in Mike Brown's words, that's trash can juice. Like,
I still haven't seen that story. So that was a Laker move.
yeah, that was a Laker move. Like, okay, let's just do a really quick history about Jerry West. So, if I'm not mistaken, Jerry West has won one championship, and he's kind of mildly responsible for like six. And what I mean by he's responsible for like six championships, the one that he did as a player, because he played for the Lakers, and then let's remember that he was responsible for the trade of Vlade Divac for Kobe Bryant, and then we also know what Kobe brought to the Lakers, which was five championships. But then also helping Kobe, he was a part of that trade for Pau Gasol and Kwame Brown, and that's how Gasol slid over. So he has always been a Laker,
Hmm.
and always looked out for the Lakers in the organization. And I just think that that's really pathetic and sad on the Lakers' part to cancel or whatever they did to his season tickets or whatever. And yes, I agree with you, Jamal.
Hold on, let me
Any
see if I
ath-
can find this story because I'm
any
curious now.
athlete, any athlete with a one name basis and you know who they are should be able to walk into any sports arena and be welcome. Like Larry, Magic, Michael, Kobe, Shaq, in his case, Jerry.
Didn't
Like
Patrick Ewing have some similar happen in New York at the
yes, I
Garden?
think they did something where they were like carding him, or they did something because I think Patrick Ewing. I don't know much about that, but I know that he's coaching. I think a college team, and they had a team at the arena. They had a game at the arena, and I guess they were trying to do like the normal legalities of how they got in the arena. He's like, "Hey, do y'all know who I am? Like, what are y'all doing?" Like these organizations are gaining a snibbly behind, obnoxious because look what also New York did with Spike Lee. Like, don't get me wrong, Spike Lee is not bigger than the Knicks, but Spike Lee is just as big as the Knicks too. You know what I mean? When you think about the Knicks and you think about fan base and you think about their type of, the culture of the New York Knicks, Spike is always there. Just like with Jack Nicholson, always there in Staples. And before Staples, the Great Western Forum. So, like, fan base is like extremely important because without the fan base, you don't have no brand that makes money because no one's gonna pay to go see it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like that's why with the Lakers, as a player, it puts a lot of pressure on you because you're in LA and LA attracts a lot of stars, just like New York. You know what I'm saying? And so it's really unfortunate that these franchises feel like that they're so big that they can bash on the people that's been rocking with them the whole time. That's really unfortunate and really pathetic.
All right,
So
so I found this. Hold on, let's see what this says. All right, so Jerry West. This is a true story. I didn't think it was true. I mean, I thought there was some nuances to it. Not that I didn't think it was true. But Jerry West says Lakers are petty to cancel his lifetime season tickets. So he had lifetime season tickets,
So how do they
as he
get
should.
canceled? How do
I
you
don't
cancel
what?
lifetime? Like I can see if it was 20 years, 40 years. How do you cancel lifetime?
You can't, especially when I don't know how old he is, but come on now. If he was like 40, maybe I'd be like, look, we'll do this on the
We're
season by
talking of
season
it's
basis.
not like I don't know. But it's not like Jerry's coming in with like a busload of people. Like he's coming in there, oh man, let me get me homies in here, man. I got about 60 of us in here. And the Lakers got a whole 60 seats and they lose 60 seats worth of money. We're talking about just one person, possibly his wife. We're talking about 2 seats. Like they could go get some seats from in the back and just put it anywhere in the arena and he'll sit down. Like
All right, so
I
this is what it
am
says. All right, I think this is a quote from him. We'll see. I'll read it. It was a cold phone. It was a cold phone text to my wife. West said, "No one had the nerve to call me, but that's how petty they are." Okay, and I love the Lakers. Okay, is he one of the people that says okay a lot? Anyway, I love to see them do well. It's great for basketball. I'm proud of everything that happened when I was there. I'm proud of everything that happened when I wasn't there. The positives. So it says it's worth noting the logo hinted at. Wait, it's worth note. Oh, do they call him the logo? I never knew that was his nickname.
they call him the logo.
I would like that nickname. That's dope. It's worth noting that the logo hinted at everything that happened when I wasn't there too. West, aka Mr. Clutch, that's what the nickname I know, became the team's general manager during the 1982-1983 season and is considered one of the chief architects of the Showtime Lakers. And although he'd leave the team in 2000, it was the moves that West made for Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant, which set up the Lakers for their dominant three-peat title run after the turn of the century. All right, so that's basically what you were saying. So it seems
And
like, yeah, they X'd his
how do,
tickets off.
how do you get rid of I don't want to talk about this too much longer, but how do you get rid of lifetime tickets when this man was responsible for creating one of the best teams ever? Like, remember back when the Lakers were winning championships back to back to back, remember there was a lot of complaints in the league during their off season, complaining about how much money they lost, because remember when the Lakers swept basically through the postseason and they only lost one game, which was game 1 in Philly, or to Philly, and then the Lakers got them in 5. And history was made, obviously, but a lot of the owners of the NBA were upset because of the money they lost. That's why now the games are 7 games now, because before it used to be the best out of 5. And then after that, that's when they created the best out of 7 for all rounds. So that way people can get their money and teams can guarantee to get home games for their teams to generate money. See, this Laker team created a lot of history. I don't want to ramble too much about it, but just like the illegal defense,
I know, talk about the Lakers all day.
But just like the zone defenses, the defense of 3 seconds, all those rules were implemented because a lot of the owners of the NBA complained that they couldn't guard Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal one-on-one. So that's why the zone defense is implemented in the NBA today, which it was their 4th going on their dynasty ring, right? And that's when a lot of those defenses changed and stuff like that. No shot to Ben Wallace.
What do you call the dynasty ring?
I think the dynasty ring was supposed to be like a 4-peat. I think. I don't quote me all the way on that, but
I think it's 3. I think it's 3 for a team, and like maybe three championships in a 5-year period. Oh,
anybody knows that, please comment and leave it, because I don't want to sound like a dummy up here. But and
it's going to be subjective. You know. It's gonna be
Yeah.
people's opinion.
So, but yeah, that's what it was. And so that shows you how great that Laker team was. And remember, they still went to the finals. They
Mm-hmm.
just lost to Detroit. But Detroit was able to.
That was the worst Laker loss in my lifetime to me, or like a series loss anyway. That hurt worse than the Celtics loss in what was that, 08? That wouldn't hurt. Whew.
About that, but only thing I would say, people think I'm BSing. Just look at the free throw discrepancy between the two, and the Detroit Pistons averaged almost 35 points at the line every single game, and they don't even have nobody that attacks the basket like that. Rip Hamilton scored off of screens. Big shot, Mr. Big Shot. Chauncey Billups was a 3-point shooter. Tayshaun Prince was a wing defender. Rasheed Wallace did the turnaround jumper in the post, and Ben Wallace was a defender. They didn't have nobody that attacked the basket like that, but I don't want to ramble too much about this because basketball is my passion, and I hate that the Lakers have done this to Jerry West because, like I said, when Jerry left and went to Memphis and was doing things in Memphis, he gave us a care package in Pau Gasol, which we immediately went to 3-4 finals and 1-2 finals with Pau Gasol, and will possibly be retired jersey next to Kobe Bryant. That's how good and special Pau Gasol was to the Lakers, and we got a care package behind Jerry. That's a care package.